Oh, I think it's open. They mined out that stone. This is big. This is a big raid. Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2 in this DauT versus TheMax series. This is a Mayans and a Goths war. What? Goths? That sounds like nobody's favorite civilization. It is my favorite civilization. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so as soon as I saw this recorded game, I must have been like, I forgot I had this, by the way. That's why I'm so surprised I saw Goths there. But as soon as I saw this game was played this week, I was like, yeah, I have to cast that. As Goths are my favorite civilization, if you don't already know. And I want to see them beat up on the Mayans. But that said, this should be a very good game. Should be a close one. As I check the times beforehand to make sure they're good games. And I know Resonance did before on his channel. This is the worst Civ matchup, as many people say it. Or other people in the community. He did that video because a lot of people, you know, suggest that and good title and stuff like that. But this is not the worst Civ matchup ever, especially on Arabia. This is the worst Civ matchup on Arena or on Fortress. The Goths will dominate because Huskarls just dominate the Mayans. But on Arabia, it's not that bad. Like, the Mayans are one of the strongest 1 versus 1 civs. They get a excellent economy. They get stone walls, which the Goths don't get. Their plumed archers do okay against Huskarls. They don't do great, but they do okay if you're ahead. You know, Eagle Warriors can do okay. And they should have a good bonus in the early game, such that this is not that bad, as long as the max doesn't damage early game. So it's an interesting dynamic. And it's one of those rare situations that the Goths can thrive. You give the Goths a situation where they thrive and everyone throws their hands up like, oh, that shouldn't happen, the Goths should be the worst. But nope. So hopefully we see the Goths do something against the Mayans. And hopefully it won't end early. Because that's the only situation where the Mayans would... It would be a bad game anyway. But the Max is going to lure in some deer. He's already got one of the strongest economies in the game. Those deer will last longer. And yeah, let's take a look at the Max's map. Weird map. Very weird map. There's 5 resources in this one screen. There's gold, 2 golds, 2 stones, and a berries. And nothing in this corner. Very odd map. Woodlines on the right, great saturation. Gonna lure in 4 deer, that's awesome. Hard to wall. And the Max will probably... there's so many resources here. Maybe you just roll towards the end of the map. It's an ugly one, but you're the Mayans. Your walls are discounted. I would probably do that. Not right now, but maybe later on in the game. Maybe. So it's a weird map for the Max. I don't really know how to rate this. Scale of 1 to 10, but... On map, let's take a look at DauT's map. Gold's in the back, wood in the back. Extremely open. Usually maps aren't this open for Green Arabia. But both players should play this fairly aggressively if I were them, because this is a very weird map generation. As well, DauT's going to lure in some deer. Is he going to lure it? Out? Okay, there we go. And the Max is going to find the town center of DauT. Going to look at all the resources. Going to find the gold. Going to find the wood. If I was DauT, probably go with Men-at-Arms Rush. One area where you might have an advantage in this game. And if you're the Max, you're thinking, my opponent will probably go Men-at-Arms, so I will either do Men-at-Arms first, maybe I do a Dark Age Rush. Maybe I defend with towers? Oh, I don't know. And just going back to the Max's map, this is his only woodline. His other woodlines are horrible. How's he going to go over there? Nope. Going to go over here? Probably not. Over here? Probably not. This is the one woodline for the Max. I think you go Men-at-Arms and you invest heavy into Men-at-Arms and hope your opponent doesn't win the Men-at-Arms battle and go forward with towers, because this woodline is horrible. 1 tower on this woodline could be GG for the Max. However, DauT doesn't know this, as DauT probably hasn't scouted the map yet. Yeah, there he is. He's up towards the north. If you're DauT, you want to see that woodline right away. In fact, DauT's going to go the wrong way. He's going to go over to the right. This scouting doesn't make much sense. You go off towards the middle of the map. Yeah, come around. Scout should have either gone down over through here, or should have gone through like this. So DauT is a no man's land. Unfortunately, he's not going to see that woodline. If you see that woodline, maybe it changes your strategy. And let's take a look at the Max's scouting for how the scouting should look. That's everything useful and nothing that's not. There we go. Men-at-Arms rush from the Max. Any Men-at-Arms from DauT? No, no Men-at-Arms yet. I don't know if that's because he hasn't found his opponent or what. Oh, maybe DauT's gonna go for the old Goth Men-at-Arms in Feudal Age, as that's where they get their discount. Odd walling too. However, DauT's not mining any gold, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. Gonna mine gold now? No? Maybe we see double archery range skirmishers? That strategy confuses me greatly. That's an awesome wall from the Max. That's really gonna help secure his lumber line. Max getting a lot of free shots on that scout. Alright, now it's gonna go with eco upgrades first, and oh, a Goth scout rush. I wasn't expecting that. You very much forget that the Goths get get decent scouts. Because they don't get an eco bonus. Alright, so we see a 22 pop-up scout rush. And one spearman to help defense. I don't know what that spearman's doing in the middle of the map. And this wall might get denied. This could be big damage onto DauT. First scout hasn't even been created, and these men-at-arms are about to find this villager building this house. Quick walls? Quick walls? Nah, DauT doesn't do quick walls. That's not the kind of player he is. That villager's probably going to get trapped by that Eagle Warrior. He's going to bring back some of her friends. And the Max is not going to take that engagement. I would expect him to take that engagement. We have 2 idle villagers. Now we have 3 scouts on the map. What the Max should do is send forward a spearman. A little late. Spearman could have been coming forward a lot sooner. Now getting horse collar a little late. Good defense from DauT. Or perhaps bad offense from the Max. Yeah, it's very unusual to see Goths go scouts. Usually they go men-at-arms. Especially with the meta today. I still would have liked... I would have liked to see DauT go men-at-arms and try to pressure that wood. Would have been a great, great point to push. Alright, so that... I would try to clean that up with the scouts right now. You don't want a spearman to get mixed in there. Although, that spearman never showed up for the Max. I don't know where he went. So let's see how this engagement goes. So 1 scout. No, 2 scouts going down. These scouts are very weak. Gonna run back with that one, hopefully. And Spearman should do the rest. Alright, good cleanup from DauT. DauT with a, I don't know, 100-point score lead. Already got a skirmisher transition going. This, of course, uses none of the bonuses for the Goths, but that'll come in later. You gotta be happy with DauT's position. The Mayans are supposed to do damage to the Goths. They have to do damage in this matchup. They have to, because you don't want the Goths to be on even footing when you go to Castle Age and they're making Huskarls and you're making Plumed Archers. But DauT's done an excellent job this game, and the Max has not put the pressure. Max has, however, done some crazy walls. Those are very inventive walls. I wouldn't have thought of those. So he walls in some of the wood line, uses the stone to save, I don't know, 15, 20 wood worth of resources. And again, the mines walls, they are cheaper due to their team bonus. Alright, now DauT's got another problem, as he's got a skirmisher and some archers to deal with. However, we got the skirmishers already with fletching, and they're ready to do their thing. The Max is going to make some eagles, going to invest in the scale mail armor. In fact, he's already got 2 eagles. Alright, so we have scouts and skirmishers versus eagles, scouts, and spears. Another barracks is going to be built for the Max. I I would hesitate a little towards this. If you could do the damage, great. If you could win this fight, great. But you're pushing the Goths player towards making, you know, men-at-arms, which is their specialty. You don't want to push civilization to go towards their strengths. And now the scouts can probably clean up. A lot of these are low. You have 2 HP low ones there. One of them's going to get focused down by the max. This is a trash army. The gold army is always better. Because if one eagle was alive, then the eagle would kill all of the skirmishers. But that didn't happen. If I was down, I'd go back. I'd be worried about these eagle warriors with +1 armor. As those skirmishers are going to be very vulnerable. And they should go down. Unless DauT wants to make more scouts. I don't want to make more scouts. I want to go up to the castle edge. I'm DauT. That's even got a market. So DauT might lose these skirmishers. DauT's going to use his market. Is he thinking about going up? Looks like it. 600 food in the bank. Max going to double all. I think this is a tough game for the Max. You'll have 4 archers alive. That'll help prevent the men-at-arms transition if it happens. A lot of wolves to just barely avoid. Alright, DauT's got a little bit of a problem right now. I think he should tower up. At least tower the stone. Stone and the wood. And maybe the... Okay, right there will help protect the farms. Right there, there, and there. Gonna try to deal with this with the only skirmishers. The Eagle Scouts, they might have +1 attack. We have men-at-arms being done. So this is just to defend for the time being. I don't think we'll see a big investment into men-at-arms. If you're not familiar with Goths bonuses, their barracks work 20% faster. Their infantry, militia, spearmen, 35% discounted. They get +1 attack versus buildings. Their unique unit is anti-archer. Very good anti-archer unit. But their weakness, they don't get any economy bonuses. And right now, was that men-at-arms upgrade canceled? It was canceled. Just the threat of those militia, man. No, DauT's gonna keep the 100 food and 40 gold. Will it be worth it, though? We got... Looks like the Max is coming in for round 2. He's got 6 Eagle Warriors. And the militia are not gonna cut it. Militia don't get a bonus versus Eagles. DauT has enough stone, though. He can run away from the stone. He's good. He's got enough for a castle and might have enough for a town center, too. He's gonna take his chances. And, gonna wall up. Make sure those eagles don't get in, because that would be catastrophic. Gonna place the castle in a horrid position. This is because he didn't want to invest into army to deal with the eagles. But the castle will go up. And, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. These, Huskarls can take on the eagles. They get an attack bonus for the eagles. They can maybe clean up the archers before the castle age upgrade comes in. We have heavy plow coming in right away, and squires. Heavy plow is a great upgrade to make if you're a very food-intensive civilization like the Goths. And you might spend a long time in Castle Age if you're the Goths, because the Imperial Age doesn't usually give you too much, as far as upgrades are concerned. Max is going to go crossbow and eagle warrior. I think crossbow is just for these 4 archers. I don't... Oh! Actually, we will see Bodkin arrow. Okay. I don't know if I agree with the investment into crossbows. You have skirmishers, you have Huskarls. That's a big investment. Like 300 food, 200 gold, and 100 wood. Something like that. None of those upgrades cost wood. I don't agree with that decision at all. I think invest more into the eagles rather than the archers. Those Huskarls, they do work. +1 attack, +1 armor squires. And they're going to clean up the eagles. And now DauT can bust out. DauT can bust out. God. The Max is going to transition to longswords. So longswordsmen are the counter to Huskarls. They are cheaper. Oh, that's a lot of longswordsmen. Oh my god. That's I'm having flashbacks to Barbarossa, the finale. of Ultra Hardcore. Is a series on my channel. Check out. If you haven't seen that series, you probably have no idea what it was. That's okay. But Long Swordsman's a great counter to Huskarls. And the crossbows help prevent DauT from making Long Swordsman of his own, so that makes sense. Economies are pretty similar, so this is not too bad for DauT, in my opinion. Just needs to keep up with the Huskarls, maybe try to do some counter raiding, put your town centers in good position. Maybe a siege workshop? Maybe not. Investment. Try to keep your eco going, build a mill back here with a lot of farms. And right now, the Max's army is just stronger. Better army, this is what a better economy can do for you. Again, remember, this Civ matchup's not as one-sided as you might have thought. You have a 700 score advantage for the Max. I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. That's a big score advantage. Looks like DauT canceled that upgrade and is going to remake it now. Another town center in the back. I might delete that blacksmith to get some farms around that town center. And this is what you should definitely do, counter raiding. There's a hole! There's a hole! Oh boy! Alright, let's see what these Huskarls can do. Their specialty is to raid. There's a few Long Swordsmen here to defend. I'm gonna go after that monk. Might be able to get that monk. If you're paying attention. Are you paying attention? Gonna get a few hits. 50-50. And they get the monk. Do a little raiding. These units, they're not able to go into the town center. They're not able to go into the castle. So they're just idling some farmers. Maybe killing a few here and there. Quick gates. I think this Huskarl should be able to get through those gates. Walk around. And that town center should be up. And they're just going to walk around. They could just avoid the Long Swordsman all day, and hopefully they should. That's going to try to take an engagement, but it's not going to be successful. There's too many Long Swordsmen. There's a Mayans too. So the Mayans good against the Long Swordsman as well, as long as it doesn't get caught like this. So the Long Swordsman will take down the Mayans, but a few should go down to the town center, so that's not too bad. And that's, you don't want to be building farms here. Build farms here. And what happened to the Huskarls? Oh man, DauT took a bad engagement. Why did he take that engagement? Maybe he was distracted. But he should have just ran around with those Huskarls. Ran around forever. Those Long Swordsmen should be too slow to catch them. Right now, 1,000 score difference. Still, I mean, economies are the same. They're not really the same. I mean, the Max has an economy bonus. DauT has some idle villagers, still losing villagers. A better economy for the Max, but this is going into late game, and it's not that big of a difference, and DauT does have an advantage. As Goths, that's a big Mangonel hit. That might be enough. That might be enough. Those Huskarls, are they going to take an engagement? We have one monk. That's another good hit. Oh, and gonna kill the... Gonna do a stand ground attack. Gonna kill them. Gonna kill the monk, but the Huskarl gets converted, and more Long Swordsmen come in. Okay. Anarchy's being done. This is a big Castle Age play. I love when the Goths go for a big Castle Age play. Big Castle Age play, because we're about to see the gas being hit on Huskarl production. Just as we say that, Long Swordsman gonna go back onto the farm eco and slow things down. Hand carts being done for the Max. He's got a better economy in a lot of ways. Got all the resources he needs. And looks like DauT has way too much gold. TheMax might be able to click up to the Imperial Age. With that, could get a lot of upgrades on the Long Swordsman. This is going to be a great fight for TheMax. And even though this is a great fight, DauT's going to clean it up. That's what he wanted. He wanted to clean this up, no matter what the cost. And actually, come to think of it, I think the Huskarls probably cost... Maybe they cost less than the Long Swordsman, because these are Goths Huskarls versus Mayans Long Swordsman. And Goths mirror the Long Swordsman cost less, of course. And just getting these crossbows would be perfect for DauT. DauT's ready to push out! He's... I've said that twice now. DauT's ready to push out. So he's got his food eco going now. I mean, look. These farmers are finally working. These farmers are finally working. These guys are working. We have more farmers in the back. Enough gold for DauT. DauT's looking good. Even though TheMax is going to the Imperial Age, I think DauT's looking good. So the key for DauT, I think the key is he's got to do a little bit of raiding right now. And plumed archers... Now, we only have one castle for TheMax, so we won't see a ton of plumed archers, but plumed archers with Bracer do pretty good against Huskarls. Elite plumed archers against Castle Age Huskarls do great. Because they get... I think plumed archers get +2 attack versus infantry naturally, and then +3 if you're elite. You do the math. This is only 6 pierce armor. The elite Huskarl, of course, is 8. And it looks like these Huskarls won't do a lot of damage. We have long swordsmen here. We have some monks. So TheMax has a tech advantage. This might be a tough position for the Goths player. So the Goths is not able to do any damage, so you're thinking, DauT, okay, go up to the Imperial Age. But if you go to the Imperial Age, what can you do for your Huskarls? You can get Blast Furnace, that's good, but that's not great. You can't get any more armor from the Blacksmith. You can get Elite Huskarl, but it's expensive. It's 1,200 food and like 800 gold or something like that. So you better be able to afford it. And if you can afford it, then you're golden. Is DauT going to continue with this big Castle Age play? It looks like he will. Not going to go to the Imperial Age. Which would be a huge risk for him. I usually like big Castle Age play from the Goths, just strategically. But I think this is going to be a hard game for DauT. So hard to tell. I only see so many Mayans versus Goths matchups. And what is it? It's a great matchup. You'll never see this kind of game from any other, you know, civilization matchup. And gonna go for that castle. If he takes down the castle, then don't have to worry about the plumed archers any longer. I think just DauT needs more mass. He needs to bring in his reinforcements. That's always a big thing. He'll lose that battle pretty convincingly. So now we're going to have 1 extra melee armor for the long swordsman. We're going to have 2 more attack. Yeah, 2 attack and 1 melee armor. So that's a lot of attack. That's 14 attack versus Huskarls. Will melt. And the economies are pretty similar. I mean, again, the Huskarls are cheaper than 2-headed swordsmen, but the Mayans eco counterbalances that a little bit. DauT, he's just going to continue with Huskarls, continue working on his economy. Maybe he probably wants to get up to 140 villagers, take map control, start raiding at the side like you're doing here. That's a bad fight. And we have Blast Furnace coming in, so that'll be 16 attack versus Huskarl. And if you're DauT, maybe don't go up that hill. Try taking over the other corners of the map. Try building some barracks here and taking out, taking control of these golds. As the Goths, you might be wanting to go up to maybe 140 villagers, 150 villagers, because you can make your army fast, and of course you have a 210 population cap. And if you're DauT, I don't think you should be mining too much stone. Don't really need another castle. That's a great castle position, and this will be a great angle to flank for the Max. In fact, the Max is doing pretty well on the front lines. As well. Oh, there we go. DauT did go up to the Imperial Age. That explains why he has no army. He's going to continue with Huskarls. If he could get Blast Furnace, that would be good. If he could get Elite Huskarl, that would be great. And not take too much damage, so he's taking a little damage right now. Try a raid here. Oh, I think it's open. They mined out that stone. This is big. This is a big raid. There is no long swordsman to be... sorry. Two-handed swordsman to be seen. And raid! Raid, DauT, raid! Like, the game depends on it. That's a big raid. That might change around the game. DauT has enough resources for the Elite Huskarl upgrade. Alright, now they're going to get 2 more attack. They're going to get 10 HP. They're going to get more Pierce Armor. Plumed Archers probably won't be too much of a big deal, as long as they're not a huge mass. Come on, DauT, pick off some more villagers. I'm rooting for you because you're playing as my favorite Civ. Oh, there we go. Elite Husk is done. Should be much better against the two-handed swordsman. Economy's still fairly similar. So the 2 upgrades that are missing, Perfusion and Blast Furnace. DauT's probably more focused on just getting out some Huskarls right now, as opposed to getting those upgrades. Still needs to add more villagers. You want to be, again, at about 140. Looks like the north side is the primary side that TheMax will be wanting to push. If you're DauT, I think you should take care of that first. As there's a castle there, going to want to take out the castle, and going to want to take over extra resources as well. Elite Plumed Archer being done, that'll make the Plumed Archers okay against the Huskarls, good in mass, and Blast Furnace for the Huskarls. So they'll be at full strength. Now selling some resources, building a castle somewhere. Really help defend. Where's this castle? Good position. Okay. That's a decent position to help prevent the raiding. Now it's going to want to push up the hill. Of course, TheMax can try to make some trebuchets, and we'll see where it goes from there. But so far, these Husk raids have not been very effective. Now, the map control... If this was a different civilization matchup, this game would be over. TheMax has full map control. But DauT's got that Civ advantage. At this stage of the game. His army's cheap. His army is effective. His army is created very quickly. And DauT's continuing to add villagers, now up to 120. And that castle will do so much for him in this time period. Prevents any raiding from the north side. Huskarls can go to work on the castle. I don't think Arsons has been done, but regardless, they should do some work. Plumed Archer's going to come over. Let's see if they're able to do anything. There we go. Arson's being done. So Huskarls get a +2 or 3 attack versus buildings extra, and then there's the Goths unique bonus, of course. +1 attack versus buildings. Huskarl's going to move back for now. Don't want to lose them. Yeah, so you can see the Plumed Archers taking down 2 Huskarls pretty quickly there. Thumbring, and Thumbring wasn't even done. So here's Thumbring. Yeah, they take down Huskarls pretty quickly. The Huskarls get an attack bonus versus Archers, so that's... really helps them out if they can close the distance. And now the battle lines are drawn. We have this area of the map, and this area of the map for the Max. Ideally, DauT wants to get behind the lines and start raiding with Huskarls, which he's had trouble doing all game. Or just wants to break one side. And now 135 villagers for DauT. However, the Max has been booming as well. All the big eco upgrades coming for DauT. Crop rotation. Man saw. He's got the gold in the back. I don't know if he's seen that. Yeah, he doesn't see that. He sees the relic. Maybe he'll go for that later on. Gold's not usually a big problem for the Goths. It looks like he should be able to get this castle. If he can get one castle, that's huge. Because that means the plumed archers will be created a lot slower. Alright, so it looks like that castle will go down. Plumed archers will try to save it. Will they get it? I would try to sacrifice everything to get that castle. And yep, down it goes. So only 2 castles for the Max. And I don't think DauT should take that fight. That cliff there especially. But if you're DauT, just try to clean this up. And then refocus on another side. Just your army's strong enough. I think perfusion still hasn't even been done. I think it's an upgrade that costs only wood and food, so I would do that right now. Maybe it's wood and gold. Okay, take down some of the barracks. Still 1,000 score lead for the Max. Part of that might be KD. It's 300 versus 250. Chemistry for the Max. Oh, that's a big upgrade. Those plumed archers absolutely need that. And they're not doing too bad against the Huskarls. Again, they're not too bad. Max building another castle. I want to rebuild one there. Curious to see where this castle goes. It should be here. Yeah, that was a great position for it. Maybe put some barracks around it. Oh, there we go. Perfusion being done. Let's see if that changes the game. And 140 villages for DauT. Perfect. It's got the eco. Might need more gold. Yeah, it looks like getting low on gold. Probably will be selling quite a bit. Only 1 gold mine is being mined. It's a shame DauT didn't see his 3rd gold or that side gold. Things like that can end the game. And there we go, last eco upgrade, 2 men saw. Oh, that was a bad fight. That was a bad fight for DauT. How did you get caught here all the way on the left side by all these units? DauT should be able to rebuild them as long as he has gold. And if there's anything that's going to lose DauT this game, it might be that gold. You need gold for Huskarls. Check the market prices. You can't sell wood anymore. You can sell food if you have a lot of it. Oh, DauT, find that gold. Find that gold, DauT. Please. There's about 1,000 left there. Okay, he's gonna go for the monastery, and when the monk goes over here, he'll find the gold. They might take down a castle in the meantime, as most of that army's... Where's that army? Where's that big army? Oh, here's the army. Army's out of position. Yeah, just sacrifice everything, get that castle. Without selling more food, trying to get more gold, going to get the guilds upgrades to sell even more. There we go, castle's down. And I would back down now. And I think DauT's going to lose a lot in this engagement. Let's see. Archers have chemistry now. They do okay. They do 2 damage. That's not a lot of damage. Somehow, the Max is sneakily getting this castle down. I say sneakily because a few Huskarls can take down that trebuchet. That's a bit of a loss. Haven't seen that gold yet, no. Holding a monk, though, to get the relic. Doesn't mean he'll see it. Still a close game. Still a close game. 1,500 score difference. DauT has no gold. At least he thinks he has no gold. How is the Max doing on gold? Max is mining. Well, he can mine this gold. That's 1,500 gold right there. Has a lot of stone. Could sell it if he wants. Max still has position. Villager numbers are very much in favor of DauT. In fact, the economy for the Goths might even be better at this point because they get crop rotation. That's a big stone to find if you're DauT. Oh, there we go. DauT's... Well, those gold miners are going to get it. DauT will see it eventually, build a mining camp there. So I think with that that gold should be enough to keep the momentum going for DauT. Going to get conscription for barracks. Work even faster. And I think that'll be it. Just finding that gold should be enough. And we're stone down at the bottom. Well, these plumed archers are stuck in the north. Remember, they defended that castle that last time. Looks like they're going to go after... they're out of position to defend the castle this time. And it's very expensive for the Max to buy stone. Stone buy price, anyway. It's not that... It's 115, but where is he going to find the gold from? And there's the GG. Alright. I think we've said already everything that could be said. Let's take a look at the achievements. Hope you enjoyed that game. I certainly did. I enjoyed seeing the Goths steamroll the Mayans. I like seeing the Goths steamroll any civilization, to be honest. Better KD for the Max, but that's not surprising considering Goth's playstyle. Better economy for DauT in the long run. More villagers. I like the huge villager high for DauT with this civilization. Much more relic gold for the Max that helped keep him in the game. And it's your timeline. I'll see you in the next game.